St Johnstone kept up a strong run on the road with a late winner at St Mirren, which lifts them above Hibs in the league, 8 points off bottom spot and 5 in front of their weekend opposition. The Paisley Saints threatened first from Paul McGowan's miss-hit corner. Michael Higden's shot was cleared off the line by Liam Craig. The player on the post doing what the player on the post is meant to do and stopping the home team hitting the front. Top scorer Higden always looked the man most likely to edge St Mirren ahead, and his glancing header here from David Van Zanten's cross produced a great save from Peter Enkelman. The St Johnstone keeper made himself a big barrier in front of Higden, who couldn't quite believe he hadn't scored. The Perth Saints turn now to have an effort kicked off the line. Peter MacDonald's header came off Higden, and Dave Mackay saw his scoring attempt cleared by Stephen Thompson. Better from St Johnstone, at least something on target. Mackay denied by Thompson. A goalless first half, but St Johnstone made the breakthrough only 8 minutes after the restart. Fullback Mackay made a surging run down the flank, shrugging off the challenge of McGowan and flighting in the perfect cross for Sam Parkin to score. 53 minutes gone, 1-0 St Johnstone. All about the desire and determination of Mackay to get forward, and his cross picked out the unmarked Parkin. Poor defending from St Mirren, firstly in failing to stop the cross, then allowing Parkin a free header. St Johnstone wanted to add to that opening goal. Jody Morris to Cleveland Taylor. MacDonald trying to flick on his cross, and the sliding Craig couldn't quite make contact. St Mirren survived that little scare in front of goal and were about to hit back. When is a wall not a wall? When it breaks up like this. Higden's free kick deflected past Enkelman for a St Mirren equaliser on 62 minutes. A St Johnstone inquest into that defensive lapse. It's Higden's goal, but it was Taylor's touch which took it away from the keeper. Marking was a recurring problem at the back for St Mirren. Another free header, this time for Mackay, and he really should have scored. A good save from Samson, but the keeper shouldn't have had a hope from that sort of range. A lucky escape for the home team. No save needed from the St Mirren goalkeeper this time, as St Johnstone tried to keep up the pressure on the St Mirren goal. Some desperate defending before Taylor set up Parkin for a shot at goal which he tugged wide. It was getting to that stage of the game when another goal would be decisive. Parkin off target this time. St Mirren fullback Van Zanten was thinking if the strikers weren't going to score, he'd have a go himself. Craig forced him wide, and his shot across goal was parried by Enkelman and headed further away from goal by Stephen Anderson. A big effort from Van Zanten to try to create something in the closing stages, and it looked as if that might be the last chance. There was one more to come though in the final minute of the match, as persistence paid off for St Johnstone. Chris Miller headed the ball into the box where substitute Colin Samuel chased it down and rolled it back for Craig to claim all 3 points. 7 out of 9 now from their last 3 away games, and a big lift in their battle for survival. It was a big switch off in defence from St Mirren, which cost them dear. Defender Darren McGregor declined the opportunity to stop the scoring shot with his hand. A disappointing defeat at home for the Paisley Saints, which keeps them very much in relegation contention. The weekend story went like this: a third draw of the season against old firm opposition for Inverness. Johnny Hayes hammered them ahead. Kenny Miller's 20th Rangers goal of the season levelled things up, but it's dropped points for the champions. Craig Brown watched his first match as Aberdeen manager, a 5-0 defeat at Tynecastle. 5 wins on the bounce for Hearts have them looking strong in third spot. And St Mirren hoped this deflected free kick would be enough for a point against St Johnstone, until a last-minute winner took all 3 points to Perth. These were the results in the Clydesdale Bank Premier League on a weekend when the weather put paid to Celtic against Kilmarnock, Dundee United Motherwell and Hamilton versus Hibs. Hearts beat Aberdeen 5-0. Inverness and Rangers drew 1 each, and St Johnstone won 2-1 at St Mirren. So leaders Rangers extend their advantage over Celtic only by a point. Hearts move to within 6 points of second place. Inverness on 26 are 3 ahead of Motherwell, St Johnstone moved 3 points ahead of Hibs, and Aberdeen dropped to the bottom of the SPL with a goal difference of -21. Tuesday night for Motherwell against Hearts at Fir Park, and 6 Saturday games. Celtic at Hamilton, Craig Brown's new team Aberdeen against his old team Motherwell, Hearts play Inverness, Kilmarnock versus Hibs, Rangers St Mirren, and St Johnstone Dundee United. You'll see it all next time.